This is Biker Dad, brought to you by the lovely law firm and the National Academy of Motorcycle Injury Lawyers. My name is Chris Best, and I left my 25-year corporate career to ride motorcycles and tell stories. And this episode brings me back to Daytona Beach. The fall rally is a ton of fun, but we've taken you to the big bike rally before. On this episode, some stories we found along the road less traveled. On this episode of Biker Dad, a graphic reminder that there is literally danger at every corner. The near-death experience caught on camera that serves as a warning for anyone on the road. Plus, a touching tribute in Texas for the family of a little girl lost too soon. And we're back at the beach in Daytona, meeting up with the Missouri mutt who lives to ride.
He soaks it up, he can ride like he's doing.
Have you ever sat at your job and thought, what if I just got up and left? Tell that horrible boss to take this job and shove it. Have you ever wanted to just walk out? What about burnout? Well, that's exactly what I did, but I didn't just quit. I left my 25-year corporate career to ride motorcycles and tell your story. Daytona Beach, Florida, where you can actually drive onto the beach. Rick Fairless, a legend of his own, introduced me to Richard Rollins, Mayfield, Kentucky. Southeast Missouri, beautiful city of Knoxville, Tennessee. Gulf Coast of Mississippi, the Florida coast and the Tampa Bay area, Orange County Choppers, Roadhouse and Museum, talking to Paul Tuttle Sr. himself. But make no mistake, this is not a show about motorcycles or even about me. Instead, I travel across the country to meet the people who use their passion for motorcycles to make their communities stronger, safer, and better. This is Biker Dad. On the road in Daytona Beach, Florida for Biketoberfest 2022. Yeah, there's the party at the Cackleberry and the Cabbage Patch. There's Colt Ford at the Iron Horse. And of course the beach, but been there, done that. So what I really wanted to do is meet up with a biker buddy who came all the way to Daytona from the Lake of the Ozarks, and let's just say, he's my dog.
Took him in, had him about 6 months, and he was too wild for him, so they gave it to us. Really, he soaks it up. He rides like he's been doing it for years. When we first started going, I thought he would jump off when we were taking turns or something, but it was like he was leading in the turns like he was doing.
Bert kicked me off. We would go out for date nights, and it was a beautiful, early summer, late spring day, and he said, all right, babe, we're having date night tonight. I was like, cool. So I came inside, I grabbed my helmet, put my gear on, and then I come out and the dog's on the back of the bike. He was like, sorry, babe, you're gonna have to drive. This happened a few more times, and I think about the third time I said, screw this, I'm getting my own bike. So he kicks me off, and now I get to follow him around. And it has been a big learning process, but I think if it weren't for Bert, I probably wouldn't be out there on the road. And I think it's kind of fun to find, to see girls on the road.
Rolled out of Lake of the Ozarks, Missouri on the 2nd, and we went down to Mississippi, down to the Keys, and then back here now. So we're going to head out tomorrow, head down to the Lake. So that's a pretty big accomplishment. We're pretty proud of that. Oh, it's insane. Everywhere we go, you know, you've got every car has a phone out the window, people hanging out of windows. Every fuel stop we have, we've got a lot extra 15, 20 minutes for, you know, people to come and pet him and talk to us and get to see him, take pictures and whatnot. So it's a lot of fun. We love it. Next year we're thinking Sturgis is on the plate. We'll see how that goes, but I think that'll be our big year. You can find Bert on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. It's all under @BertTheBikerDog. We timed it out just about perfect where when we hit the 7-mile bridge, he rolled over 100,000 miles riding on the bike. So we have it colored in. He's got a patch that shows how many miles he's ridden. It's written down up to 90,000 so far. We haven't checked in 100,000 yet. So if you want to color that in for him, all right.
So this square right here.
Yep.
Awesome. Wow. Congratulations, Bert. No wonder he's so comfortable on the motorcycle.
Yay, Bert!
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's any type of bike event. He just feels so at home. You know, we've got boat shows and stuff at Lake of the Ozarks, and those people show up. And he doesn't really pay them much mind at all. But when Bike Fest happens, he's running around just loving on everybody. So it's biker.
This is Biker Day.
Daytona Beach is one of the few places I've been to in this world where you can actually drive onto the beach. So I wanted to know, can I ride my motorcycle onto the beach, and should I ride my motorcycle onto the beach? The answer to the first one is yes. The answer to the second one was probably shouldn't have done it, but I did anyway. It was a little sketchy, but you can see Elvis and I made it here just fine, and now we got to go back that way about a mile to get it off the beach too. Look at this. Somebody's riding their bike up on the pier too. So I guess you can do that as well. So that's pretty awesome. Motorcycle right up there on the pier as well. So hey, you can do all kinds of crazy stuff in Daytona, and some of it is legal.
This is Biker Day. This is Biker Day.
I started the group back in June about 7 or 8 years ago. I grew up working at different dealerships since I was 12 years old, and I just turned 40 years old. And Mike's my best friend here. I have Seth, Ethan, my wife Jessie. There's 5 of us that run the group. We just keep it as tight as possible. We get involved with as many dealerships and businesses as possible. And we do different rides, events. We ride with whoever. We do a Christmas ride during Christmas time with other groups. We partner up with other local groups. We just get everyone involved. That's the bottom line, you know. There's no specific person we deal with. We deal with everyone. Like we're all about the community and having a good time.
It's all about giving back.
And giving back to as much as we, you know, we just had a breast cancer ride and
Did the Halloween ride, that was huge. That was
Halloween ride.
everyone.
Yeah, we raised $1,500, you know. Her with her family, him, I mean, just, that's a hard one, but everything just all came together and it's amazing, you know. We thank Chris and Keith and Bert for the opportunity to do it here, you know. This is in this area, this is the biggest, most baddest place to be for the biker world, right? And for them to give us the opportunity to be here, it's just, we're very thankful and it's amazing, man.
A warning, some may find this next video disturbing or even triggering, but we show it not to shock you, but to educate you about the dangers we all face on the road. Stephen Levy is facing a long, expensive, and painful recovery. You can help him by finding his GoFundMe page on tvbikerdad.com. Hi there, this is Chris Best, the Biker Dad. I'm just here to let you know that myself and the hundreds of thousands of people who follow us on social media and watch the TV show are here to help. Do you need help with something? Give me a call. That's my number right there, 251-402-6392. Especially if you need legal help, I have an army of lawyers across the country who can help you with injuries after motorcycle crashes especially, but other stuff like crime and everything else too. So give me a call, 251-402-6392.
We always try to do the right thing, and we've noticed that God has blessed us tenfold over. That makes me want to cry. He's blessed us tenfold over because we try to do the right thing. People call us, potential clients who become clients, and they say, I just thought, State Farm, Allstate, Geico, I've used them for 20 years. I thought that they would do me better than this, that they would do the right thing. And, we hear that time and time again, and they just don't.
Some insurance companies can be very bad, but for me, I was blessed. They took care of most of it, thank God.
When an insurance company gets involved, they're looking out for their shareholders. They don't really care about the injured person. You've got to level the playing field. They've got a team of investigators, a team of adjusters, a team of lawyers, unlimited resources, right? And to the average person who's unrepresented, what are they going to do? They can't compete with that.
An elderly lady ran through me through an intersection, and it was so bearable that I couldn't even walk.
So Thomas was in a catastrophic accident.
And it was so bad that he was unable to walk. He couldn't stand up straight. He was bedridden, and he was truly afraid he was never going to walk again.
The pain was so bad, I didn't think I could do anything. And I called Justin, and he told me he'd do anything in his power to help me. It was God sent. Because I just had to focus on my health, getting it better, and get back to work. And that's one thing, it's priceless. Because there's a lot of attorneys out there that don't do that. They're more like a family-oriented type law firm.
Yeah. I've made a mini lasagna to put in a freezer because, those first days when you're coming home with these injuries, it's like, with Thomas, they didn't think he would walk again, and he came home. The last thing that his wife with 3 children is wanting to worry about is dinner. I get that. I'm a mom.
They allowed me to get my life back to where it is today.
We're just glad that we can be there to give them some reassurance and to help them along the way because this is what we do.
Here's the Biker Dad Bike of the Week. Bike of the Week. Bike of the Week. Bike of the Week. All right, this week's Bike of the Week, we're here with Duncan with Harley Davidson, and in my opinion, one of the most underrated bikes that Harley's made, the Sport Glide. This is a great riding bike. If you're into riding, this is a great bike, and Duncan can tell us all about it.
Yeah, this is actually one of my favourite soft tails. It gives you the benefit of both worlds. It gives you the bags, gives you the screen, and it handles well. So it's certified pre-owned, so it comes with a year's warranty. It's got a lot of added extras. It's got the bars have been added, the engine guard. You've got the flip-out foot pegs, so you basically got it works like a floorboard. And of course your single touch bags, which are removable. If you don't want them on, you just want a stripped down, clean looking bike. Your fairing clips on and off. Your bags clip on and off in seconds. So, and it doesn't look an obnoxiously ugly bike with the bags off. It actually still looks a nice bike with the bags off. So,
well, I've seen a lot of these. It's the first time I've seen one with mini loops on it.
Yeah. Well, that's as I say, he put them on. So.
And it's the first time I've seen somebody change the seat up too.
Yeah. The other thing I do like about the newer one is they actually colour match the bags. Yeah. I think that's something that Harley should have done right from the start.
And you get the free Savage.
Yeah.
Hey, that's this week's Bike of the Week. Believe me, I've ridden a bunch of these Sport Glides. They are a great riding bike. And again, if you're into riding, like just pure riding, this is a great bike to have. Come on down to the dealership and ask to see the Bike of the Week, and I'll give you a free bike of those. This Back on 2 segment is brought to you by the lovely law firm and the National Academy of Motorcycle Injury Lawyers. About this time last year, I got to attend a special event in Knoxville, Tennessee called Meals on Two Wheels, where bikers gathered to feed hundreds of homeless, including our veterans. And I met a young man named Keith, a homeless veteran, who said he really liked my jacket. So when I got home, I sent him something in the mail.
Biker Dad, check out that package right there by you, brother. This is all the way from Alabama, I believe.
Daphne, I know exactly where. I was stationed in Pensacola. I know it's a small town, but Chris, you're not a small man. You kept your promise. I really did.
It's okay, honey. You're loved.
You guys don't even know me, and just helping. It's so overwhelming. It's oh man, I got to showcase it. Man, you guys are game.
This just shows you.
You guys are game changers. I mean it.
He sent you his very own coat.
I'm a representative of you guys. Every time I put this coat on, I need to be an example of what. Oh.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
man.
It fits perfect.
Yeah, supposed to be the coat, and he delivered 110%. It just helps restore my faith. It makes me feel good.
Well, you are loved.
It's hard to accept that. It's just, oh, Chris, I love you. I mean that.
And I hear that my friend Keith is truly back on his own 2 feet with a job and a place to live. And it all started with the big warm hearts of bikers on a cold Tennessee day. This is now an annual event thanks to my partners in Knoxville, the Garza Law Firm.
I'm on the road in Savannah, Georgia, and I just came across this. I'm actually on my way to Myrtle Beach Bike Week and made a quick stop in this historic town. One of the really most interesting things that I found is this World War II memorial back here behind me. It has the names of all the local soldiers who gave their lives in World War II.
The official name of the monument is A World Apart, but the memorial is also known as the Cracked Earth Monument, both names reflecting its most distinct feature: the planet Earth split in two. A symbol of division between European and Pacific theaters of the war. The two halves of the globe are sitting on top of Georgia granite. The names of 527 Chatham County service people killed in World War II are inscribed on the monument's inner walls.
And that's very interesting and touching, but you can probably see them over my shoulder right over here. But
yes, over my shoulder in the shadow of this memorial, homeless veterans.
It's great to honor those we lost in the war, but let's not forget those who survived and are still surviving and still giving all to their country. There are so many homeless veterans and so many people suffering from PTSD right now from all of our wars. But also, just being in the military makes you much more likely to commit suicide, much more likely to be homeless, just having served. And that's a terrible thing. So yes, let's honor those who gave all, but let's not forget those who are still suffering for our country right now. This is Biker Dad, brought to you by the National Academy of Motorcycle Injury Lawyers.
The most important thing you can do as a biker in the Myrtle Beach community is take an accident scene management class. Hey everybody, I'm attorney Justin Lovely. And as you know, and you've seen us through the community, we sponsor through the Lovely Law Firm and MyrtleBeachBikerLawyer.com accident scene management training. Now, we take care of all the costs of this training, and our goal is for every rider in the community in South Carolina to be trained in these classes. We partner with roadguardians.org. They're based out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and they train accident scene management instructors who are usually retired EMTs or firefighters to come and teach these classes. Now, a question I'm often asked is, what is this? What is this training? Well, we're teaching several life-saving procedures. We're teaching the jaw thrust procedure after a helmet removal. We're teaching tourniquet training. We're teaching how to move and save people, in the event that you do fall while you're riding on your motorcycle. So this is important because emergency medical professionals get limited training. And here's the deal, if you fall on your motorcycle by yourself or if you're riding in a group, seconds count. And the quicker that you can get medical attention to your fellow rider or to yourself can be the difference in saving your life or losing your life on your motorcycle. EMTs in this state just unfortunately do not get a lot of training, and they could be miles away. They could be 30 minutes to an hour away. That's not enough time. You need to know these life-saving skills, and that's what the ASM classes do for you. Now, we handle everything. You come in, we do an opening breakfast. We have instructors that come in, and you do them as your group, or we can do one-off training classes. But you come in, we teach you, it's an all-day process, 8 hours that we're in the classroom together. We take a break for lunch, and I sponsor everything through the MyrtleBeachBikerLawyer.com brand and the lovely law firm Injury Lawyers. And it's a really fun event, and usually we do these a lot during the off-season because, it's not the summertime, we can't be out riding our motorcycles, so hey, let's get together, regroup, have some fellowship, and learn these life-saving techniques.
We give a huge shout out to the lovely law firm, Jason and Tina, for doing an extreme awesome job.
Now, in addition to the ASM training, we, as the lovely law firm, will review your insurance policies. Believe it or not, people are out riding their motorcycles without the most important coverage of all, and that's underinsured motorist coverage. If you've watched our videos in the past, you've heard me preach about this. But at these ASM classes, we do free insurance policy reviews where me or one of my attorneys will go through your declarations page line by line and make sure you're protected. Because if you fall, these injuries are catastrophic, your medical bills pile up fast, you have your lost wage claim, and if you don't have the insurance coverage, we can't count on the at-fault driver to take care of you, so we have to protect ourselves as riders. If you need help or you want to schedule one of these classes for your MC or your fellow riders, whoever you ride with, we usually keep it down to 20 riders. Reach out to us, get on the schedule. We try to do them every weekend, and we make it fun. And we can come to you. So if you have a location you want us to come to you, we can do that, or you can, of course, reach out to us. We usually do them over at Georgetown Technical College. We'll be glad to set one up for you. Again, I'm attorney Justin Lovely, MyrtleBeachBikerLawyer.com. Feel free to call me at any time and subscribe to us on YouTube if you haven't already, or anywhere that you consume your social media.
Thank you to the lovely law firm and Myrtle Beach Biker Lawyer for bringing the Biker Dad TV show to beautiful Myrtle Beach. Now, this week's Biker Dad Tech Tip. Biker Dad Tech Tip. It's time for this week's Tech Tip, and we have Master Tech, Harley-Davidson Master Tech, Neil here with us. It's getting cold out there in some parts of America. Even here down in Alabama, we got to watch it a little bit. So Neil's talking to us about what to do to get ready for the winter.
Now, we don't have the same kind of cold weather that other parts of the country do, but those couple weeks when guys aren't riding, bike's just sitting. First and foremost, a good battery charger. We've got a battery tender type and the Harley types here. Most of your modern Harleys come with a battery tender lead. Makes it easy, but if not, if you have an older one, just grab one of these. They're inexpensive. This one's under $10. Saves you on a almost $200 battery. So this last thing you want to do is hop up and button full of nothing. Ethanol, wonderful product that's in all of our gasoline now. Ethanol guard. Helps keep that corn from turning all kind of mushy and ruining all the internals of your fuel system. Two of the biggest things. I'll see every spring I'll see a run on guys getting their tanks pumped out and new batteries. That's one of the biggest issues around here.
So what do you do with the ethanol guard?
Full tank of gas, just so there's no spots for rust, and just pour it on in there. give it a good shake every once in a while, and you should be G to G. Well, good to go.
So tell me a little bit about what you recommend with the battery tender. This is 1.25 amp, is that?
Yeah, different types of batteries, different accessories and things. Like I said, you can look at your owner's manual to determine exactly what you need, but like I said, any good trickle charger, 1.5 or 1.25 all up to 5 amps. Some have multiple banks. You can charge maybe 4 or 5 batteries at a time. Provides a slow trickle of current into your battery to keep it.
That's this week's Tech Tip with Neil, the Harley Master Tech. He'll be back next week with more ideas on how you can take care of your motorcycle, keep it running safe and sound.
A touching tribute in Texas to a 7-year-old girl taken too soon. More than 250 bikers rolling out to show support to the family of 7-year-old Athena Strand. The little girl was playing in front of her house when a contracted FedEx driver allegedly hit her. Even though she was barely injured, the driver freaked out and kidnapped the little girl, according to court records, murdered her, and left her in a field. Now, bikers are among those demanding justice for Athena. So far, the company that hired that driver has not talked about his background. Police say there's surveillance video of 31-year-old Tanner Horner putting the little girl in his truck. The family says he was delivering a box of Barbies that was supposed to be Athena's Christmas present. He's charged with murder and kidnapping, and prosecutors plan on seeking the death penalty. Those bikers in Texas are doing all they can to help that family through the worst Christmas they will ever have. And across the country, bikers are helping others have a better Christmas.
We're at the Battleship Memorial Park in Mobile, Alabama, where this is the unofficial kickoff of Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you! That's on next week's episode of the Biker Dad TV show, Bikers and Christmas Coast to Coast. That's it for this episode from Daytona Beach, Florida. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and please look twice for motorcycles.
Merry Christmas.
Good to see you.